everybody? Welcome to Power Plays Palace, man. We back again for another one, and we ain't gonna prolong this thing. Let's get down to the chart. All right. On yesterday, what we were looking for, if SPY was to break out above 737.06, we're looking for 739.63, 742, and 745. And if SPY was to pull back pre-market and then move forward, we were looking at 736.50, 737.06, and 739.63. And on if we had a pullback to the bear scenario, if it went up and rejected our 37.06, we were looking at 36.50. 35.50, 34.43, and 32.31. And if we had it break down pre-market below the pre-market low, we were looking at 732.31, 730, and 727. And that's what our trade plan was for yesterday. And so let's look at the chart and see what went down. All right, you see I'm over in the pre-market already. All right, yesterday what SPY did, it opened up at 735.14. It briefly came down in the 734 area, and then it kind of consolidated for about, probably about the first 30 minutes, hour of the market, and then it worked its way all the way back up. It worked its way up. Broke through the pre-market high, and it worked its way all the way up to 739.59. And then after that, it hit 739.94, which was the high today. Then that brief consolidation, but it didn't hold up, and it started to pull back. But about 12:30, it really started to pull back, and it came all the way down here to 731. It worked its way back up a little bit. 734 came back down, established the low of the day, 730.84. Did a brief consolidation where it pulled all the way back up to 735 before it closed the day at 735.24. Now, based on the chart from yesterday, it went all the way up to 739.94, and then it pulled back. So you could have got in at the open when it did reach the 737.06, or you could have played off the bounce where it did open that and went all the way up to 736 level, 737, and we hit the 739.63. Now, that was because it pulled back and it started moving up from that area around 734. So it would have been a pretty good day on that side. Now, once it got up there around the 739 area, it started to reject. Once it broke back into 737.06, you had the opportunity to play this all the way back down to 732.31. And it ended up at 730.84 as the low of the day. But you could have played this chart that I posted yesterday. You could have played it both ways on yesterday, and then you would have did pretty well with it. And so that's what we had for our trade on yesterday. Now, as you can see, overnight, SPY went consolidation and continued to work its way up, consolidated a little bit, then it opened up here at 737.72. It has went all the way up to 739.48 for a pre-market, but it also came down to 737.55, and that's the pre-market so far for today. So let's look at the chart for today. What we'll be looking for today is if if SPY break out above the pre-market high and it keeps pushing up, we're looking for an entry around 739.50 to 740. Stop below 737.75. Our target is going to be 739.96, 742, 745, and then we throw it in that 748 for you today. Now, if it pulls back pre-market, right around that pre-market low, what we'll be looking at is an entry around 737.56 to 738, with our stop below 736.50. Target's gonna be 739.48, 739.94, and 742. And if it keeps moving from there, we'll be back at 745 and 748. Now, if we get a rejection near that pre-market high around 739.25 to 739.75, we're gonna put our stop at above 741, and we're gonna target 738, 737.54, and 735. And if we break down below that, we're looking at an entry around 737.25, 736.75, stop above 738.75, target 735, 732.50, and 730.84. And so those will be the targets for today. Now, the chop zone is the key area in between the pre-market high and the pre-market low. In that area is going to be some choppiness. I don't know if you watched the video from a couple days ago, but we stayed in that 737.02 to 732.27 range, 739. All day it was chop, 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 chop in between that zone. But today, like I said, if it comes out and it breaks above or below one of these zones, then that's the general direction the market be headed in, and that's what we'll be looking at. Now, with your trading, man, try to stay disciplined, follow your levels, take profit where you see your profit building, and stop, and then move forward with the process. And like I said, this thing here has the opportunity to have a great day, so we want to make the most of that opportunity. It's Thursday coming into Friday. Let's get it then, man. Let's do what we can do. Let's make it happen. And then I think it's going to be a very successful day for us today in the market. And that's our trade plan for today. It's your boy, man. We out here. Y'all make sure y'all stay disciplined, follow the rules, and let's do what we can to make everything work. And that's our trade plan for today with the SPY. This your boy, man, Power Plays Palace. If anything I see in these videos help you, hey, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. And if you want to join us trade, man, come over to PowerPoint, our Power Plays, our Discord. I said PowerPoint. I'm thinking about putting together a presentation. Y'all come over to Power Plays and let's work together and build some things, man. We have fun in there, and we cover more than the spot. It's just what we do the video for. But we'll look at all the tickers and we'll go over the different levels if you want us to look at them, man. But we doing that. It's Power Plays Palace, the YouTube channel, but it's Power Plays Discord, man. Come on over and join us. Have a good time, and let's do it, man. Get your trade in. Stay disciplined. This is not financial advice. It's just ideas from a person who trade every day. But in the meantime, let's get down to it, man. Y'all have a nice day. We out of here.